see it down low. So these players, they're going to try and force their way into his box. So he has to play defense. He has to disengage. And there's Sap, who just lost his teammate Zake. Now he's going to be running this one solo. And then up above, it's Macwood and Calculator. This whole time, they picked up 3 eliminations from that whole exchange, Monster.
That's exactly where you want to be. They're still putting this pressure down. And Zap is looking for one, but it's Vinny who's going to take him out right there. So Vinny's going to find his first elimination. And he has so much help. He is in the game right now, although by himself, because Zextro is down. And now, Bad Sniper, one of the few duos that are still left in this game right here. Arkin somehow, with a masterful rotation, he's still in as well. Bad Sniper, 11 eliminations to Oslo here.
Wow, unreal stuff. Bad Sniper is going to be out of this one. Macwood and Calculator still owning the high ground. On the mid, down below, Dubs and Mega, one of the premier duos here at the Fortnite World Cup Finals. Could they get the high ground and wrestle the control away from Calculator and Macwood? Oslo waiting for Vinny. You can see that engagement down low, but we got to focus on what's going on above here, because Macwood and Calculator, they have their eyes on Dubs and Mega, and they do not want to give them that freedom to dictate where they want to go. They want to try and pin to them. Arkrum just eliminated Vinny on that, and it's going to be Oslo and Arkrum down low, but you're going to have a clash of 2v2 in the high and in the mid ground, and Dubs and Mega feeling that pressure, needing to just dial back here, wait a minute, because I think what they're doing is they're just trying to see if they're going to run out of builds. The play here has just been defense, defense, defense.
Yes, that's right. Oslo's now left by himself. All he has to do is time this firefight, so long as he doesn't bother them. But Dubs and Mega try to go for the high ground and make a fatal error. Fall to the low here, Golden Boy.
This isn't looking good there. Mega and Dubs, they have the low ground, the ultimate low ground. Oslo's going to be outside, but they get the elimination. Calculator and Macwood, they're holding the high ground, and that's the victory royale. Macwood pops off in game 3. 7 eliminations for him, 2 for Calculator, 9 total, plus the victory royale. 19 points for that duo.
There's just something about the loadout. Seeing that RPG once they already were holding the best point, the high ground. You just knew pressure, and that's what Macwood did there. What was it, 7 eliminations? Hey, shout out to Calculator too. He got a couple at the end.
Yeah, he had his back. Most importantly, Dubs and Mega constantly playing that defense. Credit to Macwood and Calculator for the way that they continue to apply the pressure. And then it was the shock, sending them down low, forcing them into that engagement. Credit to Oslo now, who traps instantly. Says he maybe can get a cheeky trap elimination. Didn't work out for him there, but replacing him. Certainly got to be happy with that one. And then it came down to the final moment when Calculator and Macwood together were able to play with their combat shotties. That's the game. And look how happy they were there.
So good. Gotta love the reactions right there.
Whew. What a game that was. Had a little bit of but that's what Fortnite was doing. Just talking, having a conversation about where the position is going to be, and then out of nowhere, boom, you're in the action, you're in the fight, and things start to get wild. Great game there for Macwood and Calculator. Calculator winning on the world stage, man. Look at that. Beat your heart out, Reddit.
I gotta say, I'm sure he's proved a lot of people wrong, and you have to respect it. Yeah. But Golden Boy, I want to see where we stand here.
Where are we right now? So at the top, it's still going to be Saf and Zate with 38 points. They have that victory royale from game 1 and 16 eliminations. Mega, Dubs, second place, looking pretty. No victory royales for them thus far. You saw Zextro and Vinny do the same thing, but it's Calculator and Macwood that jump up to 6th place. They have 22 points total, 12 eliminations in that game. They're finally in that top 10.
I want to take it one step further. Bad Sniper and Oslo jump up to 13 total eliminations. They didn't have anything up until this point. They just had one great pop-off game. Yeah. And suddenly they're in the running here. It is anyone's game in the top 10 because you have to be consistent. And again, there's always those wild cards, those pop-off moments. And here's a look at page 2. Any of these guys are still in the running right now.
Got Bell and Scarlet, who've been wrestled out of the top 10. Japanese duo who had a premier game in game number 1. Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage saw their demise earlier on. They're going to have 13 points there, but you saw the standings, and we're in game 3. And these games are going to be so critical. Games 3 and 4 really set that tone, because once you get into like game 5, a lot of players are going to be down low. Like, there's opportunity for you to try and get your way into that top 20, which is where you're really going to start to get a lot in the prizing. But for the folks that are going to be sitting in top 10 right now, they're going to be feeling very nice about their current standings. For game 3 to be in second place, Dubs and Mega, and then Saf and Zay still performing so well.
And that's the crazy part. Dubs and Mega, everyone has been rooting for them. They're like that.
Jordan, take it away.
In a really showing up and showing off today. It's amazing. Seemingly tapping in that nail in the coffin. Such a I have to say, calculated game here. Matt Wood, guys, well matted, well utilized. You dominated high ground. Seemingly all of that in-game high ground, attaining and then dominating the rest of the game.
Well, we were able to pick up 2 lucky eliminations on that outer circle of 4th zone, I think it is, and we were able to use our mats to build up. We were lucky enough to get half and half, and we were able to just beat people out of the air, hold high, and got lucky with a couple zones.
Amazing. Well, I mean, again, you have 3 games left to go. The strategies are going to continue to shift around. You guys are going to maintain what you've done thus far. Strategy, maintaining thus far. You guys have a very calculated and very patient game, seemingly leading all the way up to the end of the end game. Right, walk me through your strategy for the end of the next 3 games.
Shoot them in the head.
Shoot them in the head. You heard it here first. Back to you, GV and Monster.
His prowess and knowledge of Fortnite, he just says shoot them in the head. You gotta respect it.
You know, some people, it's just that simple, and hey man, maybe he's just wired that way, right? We're all wired a little differently. Calculator really got his head on his shoulders, and he's ready to just shoot it.
Yeah, but Macwood was the one doing a bulk of the shooting in that last game. 7 eliminations for Macwood. He looked so great, and I would expect the young calculator to be the one that leads the charge on slaying, but Macwood, man, holding it down, and trying to get ahead of ourselves here. I mean, you know, Macwood not that much older, right? But I think it's just important to note that you have to have teammates at any point in time to just pop off. Like, you need that. It's so necessary. You gotta trust in your teammate. That's what makes a lot of these duos so successful.
Yes, I mean, we've seen it from the start of every round. Some teams are just more aggressive than the others, and they know how to stick together.
A lot of great moments in that game, and good news for us that we got Sundown standing by to break it all down. Sundown, over to you.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy and Monster. Now, we talked about Safe and Zat. We just got to talk with Macwood and Calculator, but Dubs and Mega had an incredible game from the early into the mid that they transitioned into a top 2 performance. So let's dive right on in and see what allowed to make them into the top 3. First, notice their elims in the bottom corner, but the rifle fire together. The second they see the shield is down, able to pick up 1. Mega is the one who is leading the charge here. He picks up all 4 of their first elims. You can see wall would break down, and the trap is so intelligent. Double six going through, places the ramp so it's phased, knowing the yellow is there, pushes in, 2 more elims, double flashes. Dubs stays up with just barely enough HP. You can see he's trying to trap the floor every single time. Gets the mid-ground control. 5th elim for Mega. We talked about how high their ceiling was, unfortunately using the shockwave to go down and end up at a low ground disadvantage. Calculator and Macwood able to ride it out, but now Mega and Dubs have pushed into that top 3, challenging to be the first ever World Championship duo. The team who has possibly the highest ceiling. Full qualified solos and duos. The question is, in the last half, the last 3 games, will they be able to keep it up? Will NA stay on top? Will Serpent and Hype represent Oceania and upset the apple cart? I'm about ready to see the fight myself. Let's throw it back inside for the last 3 games. Gentlemen, take it away.
Well, if you want hype, got you covered, baby, because these games have been incredible. And if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. We're in the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Game 3 just concluded. We had 3 different winners across 3 different games. This is our duos competition. These players are playing for a lot of money in prizing. So much on the line here. Lives will change forever after today for those players that are on the stage and some of the folks you're seeing on your screen right now in, well, I would say in a different situations than they would find themselves in. You got Vinny and Zextro, they're right there. Satan Sap, 3 games in, still holding on to first place. It has been wild stuff. Welcome, I'm Golden Boy alongside with Monster D-Face here, and it's been a great day. Really, there's nothing more that you could possibly say about it. And as I had mentioned before, the prizing, the money that these guys are battling it out for, this is it. First place will take home $3 million. Second place gets $2.2 million. Like, that's just absurd. You get in the, where's this here?
4 millionaire duos before the weekend is over, not to mention all the fame and clout that comes with it. So I think you'll be pretty well off at that point, but everyone's a winner here. We're here to celebrate all of the competitors that made it this far to the Fortnite World Cup final stage, because those 10 weekends of qualifications were not easy.
Yeah, when you get into 10th place, that's where you really start to rack up the coin. But game 4 now about to begin. Here we go, folks. Let's see who's going to come out on top. We've had 3 different winners, but our top performers have been consistent through and through. Are we going to see a repeat winner? Are we going to get a new one to add to the list? It's now time. The battle bus is loaded up. Let's start game 4.
And you know what? Every game so far, we've seen a new winner. I love that. Same thing with the Pro-Am. There was always some new duo showing that, hey, we've been playing the game, we're ready to take a victory. Everyone here has the potential to come out on top, and you see it unfold in those fights.
Throughout the weekend, interviews, meeting with fans, talking to people, and lots of folks have asked, who do you think is going to win? And I know it sounds like a cop-out answer, but I'll be very real with you all. I have no freaking idea because it truly is up. It's up in the air. This is a battle royale game. At any point in time, you have Backward and Calculator just having the game of their lives in V3, and now look, they're going to be sitting in the top 10. I mean, how do you even predict that?
We nearly saw it with Satan Sap. I think anyone with good logic can clearly put their money on people that have had prior experience, but even that is not enough because Macwood and Calculator are showing that, hey, you know what? We don't even need that. We're here to slip.
Dubs and Mega, they're in 2nd place. They made their names in these qualifiers that led us up to this point. They did not find themselves in land. This is the first time these young men are up there playing on this stage. When I was their age, I couldn't even believe that I would be capable of doing something like that. And they're doing it, and they're doing it with style. And then to make matters worse for everyone else in the server, they've been so consistent, deadly through and through.
Yeah, that's right. And they're in 2nd place, no victory royale. So just showing that if you step to their box, you're gonna get hurt. We saw Mega with the masterful, and I mean beautiful performance under Storm Surge pressure. He didn't even blink an eye. He just fighting other players, fighting his way out of that desperate situation. Volks and Heartbeat. Let's just hop into this duo right here. We'll talk about him a little bit. They are known for sticking to the hip in PvP. Earlier today, we saw Volks get traded out, but it wasn't just like an easy trade. They were actually winning the engagement up until that point, just showing that they have the skill. And that's the OCE region, right? One of the most feared regions of the qualifiers because of the fact that you just had to get a ton of elims. You had to be #1 in the region.
When talking to players, I would ask them, what are you looking to avoid? And every time, if it was, you know, the NAE players, they would say, I'm just trying to avoid OCE or Brazil. Because they play the hyper aggro style. They just don't care who you are. They're gonna
You saw Scarlet and Bell in the game. Truly thought they were going to do the whole thing. It was so close.
Even Sinnoh, another top player,
finished
in the
2nd.
region, finished 2nd. He was just, I know it's a Pro-Am, obviously it was different. He was just going in the box. Fair the world for them. Now Volks and Harvey,
already, so that means there's no shield on that player. You can have up to 100 effective shield. That player's dangerously weak. Just keep an eye on him. He doesn't know if he's slipped out already and says, you know what, I'm going to go back to my teammate. It's a little too risky getting split up here.
Play for the mid to late game in this situation now, but 7SSK is going to be dealing once again with Spades and Crimson. It seems like a constant for them. They cannot seem to win out on this fight. Crimson's going to be down though, so the advantage could be going in the favor of Jamside and 7SSK. Spades going to have the high ground, now having to deal with a 1v2. Does he have what it takes to pull this one off? He doesn't own that wall. He has no as well. They're going to push out, and Spades couldn't deal with it, and that's going to be the win there for those two.
You would think for Jamside and SSK, like, hey, you know, we've been landing here, haven't been successful. You mix it up, they say, nah, I'm gonna stick to my guns here, because everyone's a winner, regardless.
VP boys coming out on top. Week 6 qualifiers for them. They just need that game, that one game. So many of these players get that one game that catapults them into the top 10. And then the momentum shifts, the confidence starts to rise up. You think to yourself, I am capable of being able to do this.
Girl looking for it right here. Love the perspective right now. Mongo's actually looking for a side angle, going for the offense, pushing out. Easy tracking this player down. It's really hard to tell. They're getting into, really just going deeper into the field. If you hang on the outskirts, you're at huge risk for getting dived onto. It looks like, you know what, we're just going to continue to push on through. Those guys dive off, and those markers are actually the trackers. They say, hey, you're going this way.
Keeping up with where players are moving in the crowded, neo-tilted new area that was introduced just a little while ago. Some players make towers their home. This was a drop spot for so many, the likes of Nick Merckx, Aiden, right? Ever since it changed, you started to see players second guess whether they want tilted. Aiden earlier, actually when we went out to go get pizza and stuff, he had mentioned I think tilted just a different beast. It's just not something that he really would want to deal with. He's going that way anymore.
Yeah, it's just a different lay of the land. As things start to shift, different comforts kind of tend to evolve in one area. We have Twiz in cover H looking for a push down right now. They have the position, they have the It's just a matter of, do we want to push down? They don't want to give up. They know this duo below them have a flint knock. Flint knock can do so much damage if you peek the wrong way. Minimal's gonna hit you for about 80.
This duo from New Zealand, we had a Zap.